Police arrest the 3 people in connection with the vicious stabbing attack in Reading. We'll tell you what they're charged with. Some impressive numbers from the Butte County Fire Safe Council show just how much it's accomplished this year. And
after a long pressure campaign and a law passed by Congress, the time has come for the Justice Department to release the Jeffrey Epstein files. I'm Aaron Navarro at the White House where things stand after months of delays.
Covering Northern California. You're watching Action News Now. Coverage you can count on.
a live look at the clouds, the fog, the rain. This is from the IME Alert California camera. We're expecting some gusty winds as well and not looking so good for holiday travel. Meteorologist Mikkel Hannah Harding has a look at what to expect ahead.
Well, good afternoon, Linda. We're definitely tracking the active situation outdoors. Plenty of rainfall as you head from the Mid-Valley up through the North Valley especially. We're even seeing some of that snowfall breaking through in some of the higher elevation. Still a little bit of fog out there, but just not quite as dense due to that little bit of a pattern change as we get a little bit of wind and also some of that rain just to kind of help move things around a little bit better. But definitely going to be a gloomy, soggy day out there. You can see the look from Plumas County there, Bald Eagle Mountain. Not a great day to be outdoors. As we head region by region, everyone able to get some rainfall today. We'll see 40s and 50s in the northern mountains as we head towards the southern Cascades and the Sierra. More 40s and 50s and plenty of rainfall to get through for today. You'll notice region by region, no one being spared from the rainfall. We'll talk about your forecast in more detail coming up.
All right, thank you, Mikkel. New at noon, 2 men have been sentenced on felony vandalism charges for crimes in Tehama County. Eric Cooley Jr. sentenced to 3 years in prison for burglarizing and vandalizing Randy's Laundry in Corning. Prosecutors say he committed the same crime years earlier. He's also serving a 12-year sentence out of Shasta County. Gerald Rorick sentenced to more than 3 years in prison for felony vandalism for breaking a glass door at Elmore's Pharmacy and throwing a rock through the window of Gomer's in Red Bluff. Prosecutors say he was also convicted of a misdemeanor for approaching officers with a knife in his hand. A manhunt continues in Reading today for the suspect in an axe attack. Police say he's considered armed and dangerous. This is who they're looking for, John Yu. This happened just after 4 yesterday afternoon on Mandan Oaks Drive in Reading. A woman told deputies her nephew attacked the man with an axe, breaking his arm, cutting him about the head and hands. Police in the home hid in a bedroom. They told deputies Yu struck the closed door with the axe. He stands 5'8". He's slim, last seen wearing all black clothing. We're getting our first look at the 3 people arrested by Reading police for a stabbing that sent a man to the hospital. Police say the attack happened last week near 8th and West Street. The victim underwent emergency surgery and gave investigators information that led to these arrests yesterday. 21-year-old Marcellus Pinzaloza on the left, arrested for attempted murder. Janine Fuller and Chase Morrow face conspiracy charges. The full release of the Jeffrey Epstein case files is required by today under a law Congress passed last month. But a top official in the Justice Department said this morning that there will only be a partial release today. Aaron Navarro reports from the White House.
Today is the deadline for the Justice Department to release all its files on convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. But Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche told Fox News on Friday the Trump administration has a different plan.
I expect that we're going to release more documents over the next couple of weeks. So today, several 100,000, and then over the next couple of weeks, I expect several 100,000 more.
Blanche said the delay is needed to make sure the victim's information is protected. Survivors have been demanding these records for years.
This is about children. There is no place in society for exploitation, sexual crimes, or exploitation of women.
They have been fighting for nearly 20 years to let the public know what happened to them, who was involved, and for some measure of justice by the federal government.
Ahead of today's deadline, Democrats on the House Oversight Committee released another batch of nearly 70 photos from Jeffrey Epstein's estate. They show a young woman or girl with writing on her body, including quotes from the book Lolita, a 1950s novel about a man's obsession with an underage girl. There are also photos of high-profile people in Epstein's circle years ago, including Bill Gates and the philosopher Noam Chomsky. The images show no wrongdoing. Last week, another batch of photos included Epstein with then-private citizen Donald Trump and former President Bill Clinton. Trump dismissed concerns about the photos.
There are hundreds and hundreds of people that have photos with him, so that's no big deal. I know nothing about it.
Other images from this latest batch show Epstein's passport, with a notation identifying him as a sex offender. Aaron Navarro, CBS News, the White House.
In light of Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche's remarks that the DOJ is not planning to release all the Epstein files today, top Democrats on the House Oversight and Judiciary Committees released a statement saying they are, quote, now examining all legal options in the face of this violation of federal law. Donald Trump's name has been added to the John F. Kennedy Center for the Performing Arts in Washington, D.C. His name affixed to the building this morning, just one day after the president's handpicked board voted to change the art institution's name. The move comes despite concerns about the legality of the change and objections from members of the Kennedy family and lawmakers on both sides of the aisle. President Trump installed himself as chair of the board earlier this year and handpicked its members. The Safe Space Winter Shelter will open in Chico this weekend, Sunday opening day for the winter season. The shelter team said the program will provide a warm place to sleep for up to 200 unhoused people. Guests should arrive at the Safe Space offices at 1909 Esplanade between 5:30 and 6:30 each night to receive a referral and get ride to shelter intake. The winter shelter will be available through March 1st. For more information, you can call 211. Sunday is Homeless Persons Memorial Day. Safe Space will hold a memorial service, Sunday at 1:30 at the Chico Municipal Center on Main Street. Organizers say it's a time to honor people who may not have family members to remember them. And happening today, a holiday tradition for hundreds in Reading, the Good News Rescue Mission holding its annual Christmas banquet, toy shop, and coat giveaway. It is open to the community. The second lunch seating just started, and dinner seatings are at 5 and 6 tonight. The mission will also host the first ever toy shop where pre-registered parents can pick out toys and wrap them for their children. The free coat giveaway continues until 2, all happening at the Good News Rescue Mission on Veda Street in Reading. Protecting the Protector, how a nonprofit is working to make their job safer for police canines. And Russian President Vladimir Putin delivers his year-end address, what he had to say today about the war with Ukraine.